Hi, Tribe. This is Emily Potter, and I am the director of this Lightworker Musicians Tribe that you are part of, and also the director of the Million Kisses Foundation. And I have something that I want to talk about that I'm so passionate about. Have you ever said the words, I can't financially support myself as a musician? It is so widespread that so many of us talk about this. So I'm a very strong advocate that you are very careful in who you listen to. So I want you to know a little bit of who I am and why I would be so passionate about this. So I quit my day job 3.5 years ago as an unknown musician, and I was so passionate to want to know if my music and my soul's purpose as a musician was stronger than any other external circumstance. I had to know. And so I went extreme. I didn't just quit my job. I actually delved deep into what's called a gift economy. And so I went and gave free concerts and free music everywhere that I went. So I had to know, this is a personal experiment. I took on this question to know if I was stronger, if my soul's purpose was stronger and more powerful than my bills and my expenses. Because we keep saying to each other, follow your bliss, follow your bliss. And what if your bliss actually doesn't pay the bills? So I had to know for myself. So this is who you're listening to right now, is someone who's done an experiment personally for the last 3.5 years to know if I can actually sustain myself just purely on my personal inner knowing of my gift. The results of my experiment thus far is that I have been able to travel to 14 different countries, give over 80 concerts for the last 3.5 years by gifts only, without a single paycheck. So this is something that I'm very passionate about, because what I had to do for the last 3.5 years is weed out all of my scarcity mindset so that I never said the words ever again, I can't financially sustain myself. So there's reasons why I would say that. There's a reason, there's a root of why I would have that interaction with my soul's purpose. And I had to do the experiment to weed out anything that wasn't purely my soul's purpose and my music. So that's who you're listening to about this very important topic that seems to be one of the main ones that gets all of these musicians stuck all around the world. So the consequences of always believing that we are not able to financially sustain ourselves is that you have to understand, and so do I, that we will always have too many expenses. Always. It'll never go away. So with that as our reality, there has to be an answer outside of it to leap out of that reality that there's always going to be too much to pay for, too many bills, too many unexpected things. That's just the reality of life. Our soul's purpose is still interwoven within that reality. So the most important thing that I've gotten very clear on this too, because I specifically sing to the intelligence of people's dreams. That's my magical power. So the dreams come back and share with me the places that the individuals feel stuck. And one of the things that you get to know that your dreams are sharing with me is that it is the nature of the dream to always be too big, too expensive, too overwhelming, at least at first. It's the nature of dreaming to always be way bigger than you are currently in, because the dream is the invitation to expand. So you right now feel like, I can't financially support myself, I can't do it because of this and that and the other. It's the perfect place to be. You are in the perfect space, and the dream continues to call you forward because you are on a self-evolutionary path. It's the nature of the experience and the relationship with your dream. You are right on track if you're asking that question. That's exciting. Isn't that exciting? So now you get to have some tools of what you can do to actually partner with your dream and the intelligence of your dream, so that you actually can expand into it and know how possible it is, because it has been calling you. So I have 2 tools for you. One is a question, and one is a consideration. The first one, now I'm going to get a little bit assertive here with you so that you can really feel this. And I say everything that I ever say from my own personal experience. because I am the expert of my own personal experience. This is all I can offer, and this is all I am offering for you because it has given me amazing results. So the question that I want you to consider, how comfortable are you with being uncomfortable? How willing are you to be uncomfortable? Because that's what I'm actually hearing from you. When you say that you are too poor or you can't financially be the resource, you can't actually give your music what it needs financially, what I'm actually hearing is that you don't want to be uncomfortable, and I honor you for that. No one wants to be uncomfortable, but it means that you have to sacrifice in other areas. It means you have to like get up and be resourceful. It means you have to get up and be creative because there is abundance all around you the whole time. It's here right now, and yet it means that you have to go do your inner work. See where you're scared of being vulnerable because your audience is ready to hear from you. And I know that because you have the soul's purpose to sing. And as much as that wants to sing, there are people who want to hear it. That's the foundation base that I'm going off of. It means you have to get vulnerable with it. Something is stuck and you just don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to look at that thing. And so there's not free-flowing abundance coming, because as soon as you do that work, that inner work, that vulnerability work, that readiness to be uncomfortable, there is a flow that comes, and I'm speaking from my own personal experience. The times where I felt like I was the most poor in my world travels as a musician is when I wasn't ready to be uncomfortable. I wanted to just sit where I was. So ask yourself that. What is my relationship with uncomfortability, and how willing am I to be uncomfortable? And I'm going to tell you that there's only one answer, and it's 3 words. Your relationship with uncomfortability. How willing are you to be uncomfortable? The only answer is whatever it takes. It's the only answer every single time. The second tool is a consideration. If you are in a position where you're saying to yourself, I can't financially support myself as a musician, consider that the dream, because the root and the relationship with the dream is asking you to expand. So where do you get to expand? And one of the places that I found that worked pretty much 98% of the time, if not always, I'm just being a little resistant there, is to lean into service. There's a place and a time and a space right in front of me wherever I feel stuck to be of service with my gift. And what does that mean to you? It's personal, whatever that means to you. So times where I felt like I was poor and couldn't, I mean, it's messy. It just gets messy. If you're going to actually go for the dream, it's going to ask everything of you. And everyone out there who's a dreamer knows that. So it means you're going to get messy in there. You're going to get uncomfortable. You're going to get messy. And I say the word messy because people like to have their credit really good, and they like to have a car to get places, and they like to, you know, be respected by their family with their choices that they're making. That's in order. But if you actually go for your soul purpose, it's going to get all sorts of messy, and you're going to have people confused, and you're going to be disappointing people left and right, and you don't know what's going on, but you're the happiest you've ever been because you're living your bliss. It's a very strange thing, and I don't make the rules. I'm just saying my own experience. Yeah, so leaning into service, it means that for me, it meant to find places and ways that I could be of service right there, because then there's a flow that happens that people want to give in return. And even if the flow isn't money, because we're talking about money today, even if the flow is a kind word or a celebration of some sort of, you know, a shared meal, so that you actually feel full and have a new season of time for that evening, and you can see more clearly, or something, there's some kind of flow happens. So leaning in to your purpose, leaning into the service that you can provide through your music and through your gifts is a place to get unstuck. That's my personal experience. Now, I have so much to say about this because I've become an expert in what I'm talking about with the amount and the insane amount of things that I've learned about this topic, because this has been my experiment for almost 4 years. I have mastered several things about this for my own life. Still have a long way to go, but I have some things to offer. So if you feel stuck and you're sick of feeling stuck, reach out to me, private message me. I will get you there to freedom. I will get you the same results that I give to my clients, and it will be my honor to do so because this is my passion. And this is one of the biggest places that I see musicians get stuck, and then they stay stuck for years, and then they lose valuable years not living their purpose. That's my invitation to you. Until the next video, lots of love to you, tribe. See you later.